Welcome, hockey fans, to the Game 1 Dangle Fest for our Wayzata Trojans. We are live and operational. Ooh, we're doing pregame announcements. Joining me in the booth is Adam Morris, back in the booth for his second game this season.
Yeah, good evening, Chris. I like to think of myself as the e-bug for the announcing crew.
Absolutely not. Performance number one, but got you back in the booth. So we're going to see our Forest Lake announcement here. Game 1, as is the tradition for Dangle Fest. So your Wayzata Trojans will be playing Forest Lake, I guess, Lakers? I'm not even sure of their mascot.
No, it's definitely not Lakers. I saw a parent wearing a sweatshirt. If only I could recall it, it would be more helpful.
That's fine. So tough season so far for the Lakers, for the Forest Lake team. Coming in at 9-3, I looked at Adam on the season, playing the Wayzata Trojans, who I believe are 14-3-4, picking up their third loss against Alexandria on Friday night.
Yeah, that team was fast. So we'll see if Forest Lake can bring that kind of pace and challenge our girls. Oh, we got the anthem here.
All right, folks.
All right.
Brings a chill to the bones every time I hear it.
What an incredible deal. The fact that we're starting out with the Star Spangled Banner, USA is back, baby.
Yeah. We got some rowdy fans here tonight, folks.
We are ready to roll
Pardon the
here.
interruption.
Here at the Blaine Super Rink. Wayzata Trojans taking on the Forest Lakers.
I'll look it up.
We'll
here,
figure it
Robert.
out. We'll figure it out at some point here. Back to a full complement tonight, Adam, with your Trojans. Missed it early. Emily Aboud was traveling for the holiday season. She was in Maryland. Got back into town early today. Got on the ice with the 6Us, which was a great event for the girls.
Nice. Good to have a full crew here. It's the Forest Lake Rangers. Just remembered.
The Rangers. Very good. So this will be Wayzata possessing the puck early. Wilson will play to the corner. Bubolt supports. Wilson's going to go out to the point. She finds Freed. Freed's going to walk the line. She'll get a shot through traffic. That one's loose for the moment. Sticks loose. Again, blocker save to the corner. Mead's going to give way out. Doesn't have the steam to get to Noble. That's going to be offsides. I got to suspect Noble. That'll be just outside the zone for a face-off. We're going to get a quick early line change. Actually, 33 seconds.
I like the quick line changes. Dominate for 30 seconds, get off the ice. That's good coaching in my book.
I can't disagree with you there. You know, if you haven't given everything you got in 30 seconds, you're not giving everything you got. So a little wall work here, held by Morris. That one squirts out. Joseph is going to pick that one up. She'll hustle, find Surajul at mid-ice. Surajul will go cross-ice, kicked in by Morris. To clarify again, no relation.
No relation, but she's having a great season. I'm pleased every time I hear her name called.
Suraju will play this behind the net. Morris will support. Little mishandle by the Rangers defenseman gives Suraju a chance. That comes through the slot. It's loose. Turn. Rangers bottle that one up, and they'll go the other direction. Morris breaks that one apart. Kurtz will go cross ice, find Suraju. Suraju out of the reach of Russo. Not going to have enough for icing.
Really, our speed is real obviously an early advantage. We'll see if we can keep it up.
So after 3 changes here, looks like benches are a little bit uneven as far as numbers, but Wayzata looks to control the pace, control the skill level. Let's just keep our heads straight. Sharpen things up tonight. Put a couple points on the board would be ideal. Jinx shoots that one high over the top of the goaltender's head. A boodle pinch on the board.
It'd be nice to see us pot one early here. Sometimes when you dominate early and you don't get a goal, that kind of frustration sets in. So we've had a lot of the play down in the Forest Lake zone, but I'd like to see some pucks on net.
So Hillman will look for a driving Hendricks. Squirts through the zone, shot quickly on net, played out front but not held. Now it'll be the Rangers coming the other direction. Aboud's gonna gather that one through center ice. She finds a lane, plays off the board for the moment. She enters clean. That'll find Buboltz, quick shot. Not quite enough mustard on it to get through. Wilson will walk through. That one will find its way to the slot. Oh, great A chance. Buboltz with another chance. That's corralled for the moment, still loose. Body's on the ground. Good pressure here by the Buboltz-Wilson-Mead line. Fried holds. Finds Mead standing alone right in the slot. Buboltz will give way to Mead. Mead can't get the handle, but she picks up, catches up to the puck, reverses to Buboltz. Buboltz to Mead, who can walk through the slot. That's another shot. Point blank. That one finds its way through. Looks like the goaltender had a hard time with that one, Adam.
Yep, right under the right in the armpit there. I think just after a flurry of shots, I think she was just probably worn down a little bit. So nice to get one on the board. Good patience by Wayzata there, a little give and go in the corner. And like to see them taking those shots when they're available. Anytime you're in that trapezoid, put it on net.
So Wayzata wins this one. That one comes across. I'd have called offsides if I'm official, but I've been officiating the game from center ice all season. Haven't been right yet. This will be played out to Fried. Fried's finding her spot on her opposite hand, playing defense this season. It's good to see her back with her normal partner, Noble. This one's played out through center ice. Fried will have to chase. Plays up to Morris. Morris finds Suraju cross ice. Like the chemistry of this line a great deal. Suraju with the wraparound attempt, point blank, steered away. Morris is hanging out in dangerous spots. That's almost another armpit attempt. Joseph will now walk in. She tries to thread the needle above the glove of the goaltender for the Rangers.
She was looking for that top shelf there. Almost had it.
Boy, I don't know about you, Adam. I didn't play the game, but it'd be nice to have the accuracy that these girls have in 2024 where they can just take a peek and put it wherever they want. And maybe it's not the accuracy, it's the amount of hours that all of these girls have put into it.
Yeah, I think they're very accurate and they certainly practice it. Sometimes I think there's a little bit of looking for perfect when good is good enough. And some of the instincts that come from playing on the ponds that we had back in the day would be helpful.
No question about that. It'd be nice to be able to have some winter weather to be able to play on the pond once. Yeah. So this will be a fast-moving game. Haven't had a whistle, to my knowledge, in this game yet. Hillman will pick this one up, crossing the blue line. She'll put the brakes on, pinch, supported by Fries. Fries will give way to Hendricks. Hendricks is going to find herself alone. She said in the car she was going to mish in the game. That was her chance.
What's a mish?
The old Michigan.
Oh. That was a good chance. We'll see if the coaches tolerate that. So far, I gotta say, it's been all Wayzata. A lot of good control, definitely a speed advantage.
And as you're saying, a little zone time for the moment for the Rangers.
Sometimes what happens when the game...
That one squirts into a bad spot, but played hard by Abood. You can hear orders coming from the Wayzata bench not to let up. They're calling people to the bench when it's time to call to the bench.
It's interesting, we've got only 2 refs today. Usually at our level, it's 3.
That one off the mark has to be played though by the goaltender for the Rangers. Buboltz will beat her girl mid-ice, pick it up, she'll walk to the slot, get a quick shot, low, gathered up, and scored by Evelyn Mead.
Yep.
It's good to see Evelyn get 2 quick ones here. She's been on a little bit of a dry spout in the last couple games.
Yeah,
Would like to see a scoring line start to emerge here one way, shape, or form.
Well, and you know, when you get a juicy rebound like that, you got to bury it. Santa left a late present for Evie, and she made no mistake.
'Tis the season. So this will be Freed with Noble, Wilson, Buboltz, and Mead. Wilson's going to play her girl. Buboltz will pick that up at mid-ice. She'll walk to the corner backhand. That's on net. Couldn't be gathered by the goaltender. Cup ups out to Freed. Freed's going to put one through. That hits a boot to the corner. And clarification, that's a B-O-O-T, not O-O-D, a boot. I feel like I'm kicking on all cylinders tonight, Adam.
Scripps National Spelling Bee material over here. I like it.
Now Russo finds a grade A chance. That's right to the glove of the goaltender for the Rangers.
Yeah, she got all of that one though. She'll be happy about that effort.
So I do like seeing the chance. It exposes itself. You rip the trigger. You know exactly what you want to do with it before it comes. Russo tries to win that one forward, but it's gathered up and won back to the defenseman, Noble. That one comes through the slot off the board. Noble's going to play to the corner. Now she's in. Little give and go attempt. Surajus steered away. Now she'll play hard to the corner, give away to Russo. I'm sorry, that's Russo through the slot. That was Morris. That one finds its way into the stick of the goaltender. Russo gathers, puts to the corner.
I'm real impressed with their goaltender. Forest Lake is struggling a little bit to possess the puck and move it out of its own zone, but their goalie's really keeping them in it with some timely saves here.
She's definitely tall. She expands a lot of the net, which is always helpful, I'm sure. So gathered up now, Kurtz to Freed. Freed will dump in. She's going to look to the bench and give way to her teammate Joseph. This one finds Hendricks out front. Oh, Hendricks with an attempt and a follow-up by Fries. She tried to put that 5-hole, but it was closed by the stick of the Rangers goaltender, number 22. We're going to get her name yet this game because I already feel MVP.
Well, when you're in tight like Lulu was there, like Fries was, you're gonna, and the goalie's already down. You got to get that puck up. She's going to want another shot at that, but again, more pressure on the goalie. It's going to wear them down as the game goes on. So
Kate walks the line. She's looking for a seam. It's what she's done probably all season. It's where she makes her money.
I think that little dipsy-do was a little more impressive than a Michigan. She kept the puck on her stick. Well, I don't know what you'd call that, a Mohawk 360 kind of deal.
This walking line, she pinches her girl hard against the wall. Fries is shed by number 9 Nelson of I almost said Maple Grove, Forest Lake.
That's the first zone entry with possession by Forest Lake. About 11 minutes into the game here, so it didn't last long. So Wayzata did a good job of regrouping.
So Hendricks will give way to Hillman. Hillman's going to put one blocker save over the top of the net for Forest Lake.
Yep, smart play.
I believe Hillman is keeping track of shots. It's 15-0 in favor of your Trojans this evening. I've been saying it all week. We got beer league hours here at Blaine Super Rink. Bubolt's driving hard to the slot from Aboud, doesn't connect. That one gets in the stick. Aboud's going to get tripped, no hand in the air.
Yeah, I think the lack of a hand there, probably a little bit of sympathy, to be honest.
There's nothing wrong with that. Aboud drives one into the knee of a forward for Forest Lake. Now it'll be Jenks. Jenks tries to drag through traffic. Buboltz will pick it up at the top of the circle. She'll put one blocker save by the goaltender. That one's out. Wilson there to gather. Wilson will get a quick shot on net. That's enough by the goaltender for Forest Lake. She says, let's just get a new line out here. We'll start over at 2:52 left in the first period.
Yeah, I think she's just worried about her own energy as her teammates, but yeah, really not much to criticize from Wayzata here. They're doing a good job of controlling the puck.
Free to put that one through, mishandled. It was in the mixer for the moment. Comes back out to the point. Freed's going to have a chance. Buboltz gets cross-checked for the effort. It's loose and held by the goaltender for Forest Lake.
I like how our defensemen are. I mean, obviously in a game like this where the ice is tilted one way, makes it a little easier, but they're jumping into the play. That centering pass from Aboud from behind the net a minute ago. Those shots by Freed, and I love seeing low shots from the D like that.
I was just going to say that the one thing that defense can and should do in a game like this, they're not going to get a lot of mustard from the point, but put it in low, see if you can get in the mixer, especially on a goaltender that's struggling to handle the puck, right? Look for the rebound. The only thing we don't want to do is bad habits like that and let people walk in on you, find yourself flat-footed.
Yep, little miscommunication on the neutral zone regroup, I think, for Wayzata, but didn't cost them, so live to keep fighting. Callanan hasn't seen many shots tonight, and looks like she may not, but you got to be ready when they come, and she was.
So the cross ice to Morris. Morris is going to enter. She's got plenty of speed. She puts on the brakes at the half wall, gives way to Suraju. Suraju contested right at the dot. We'll play it out front. Good save. Another couple saves. Excellent goalie play here by the Rangers. That's still loose in the mixer. Another attempt by Morris. Gotta tip my hat.
She had seemingly pads on both posts at the same time, so tough to jam it in that situation.
Got to tip the hat to that one. That was an honest attempt by a goaltender there. Russo wins this one. That comes out to the points. Kurtz deflected, still loose in the mixer, as we like to say, for your 15 UA Trojans. Sergio's going to play this one in the corner. She'll be harassed. Russo reverses to Sergio. Finds Russo coming through. That hits the skate of a Ranger. Now out to the point to Kurtz. Kurtz is going to put one low. Deflection attempt. Bottled up by the Rangers. Backhand. Morris almost finds home.
We got some jostling in the crease there with Russo, who's always causing problems for the other team, which is a great trait. Just want to be careful.
So I think the defensemen for Wayzata smell blood. They're going to pinch in the neutral zone this game and just try to harass every attempt. I don't know, for those of you that were at or watched the Wayzata boys varsity game, it was a bloodbath today too. Similar situation. Couldn't get anything going. It's just nice to see the girls in white be on the positive end of this one. Fries is going to find herself just offsides as Hendricks couldn't quite get the handle. They're going to talk about it for the moment, laugh, and take a face-off.
Maybe less talking and more giggling, but that's okay. They're out here to have fun.
It's the one thing I know that this team is very capable of, Adam, is having a good time. It's been that way all season. Obviously, tough losses like last night suck, but you can come back today, bounce back, and play a beer league game at 9 o'clock on a Saturday night, be up 2-0 after a first period, and you quickly forget about a Friday night 2-1 loss.
Yep. I'm sure they have. They probably forgot about it by Saturday morning donuts and pancakes.
Let's be honest, they forgot about it by the time we got to the car.
Yeah, some of them probably, and that's as it should be. You know what, the shots are 27-1 by our tally here, and I think when you get a game this lopsided, one of the things I'd like to see is maintain the discipline of working on the things that they practice. Give and goes, moving without the puck. There's sometimes a tendency in a game like this where everybody says, well, I haven't scored in a while, I'm going to get my goal. And it can turn into selfish play, long shifts, cheating on positioning. So I hope the coaches are talking to them about let's play this game. We've got it well under control so far, but let's play it as though we're preparing for Edina Green or Alexandria next time.
Yep. I like to say play it straight up, right? Like, you got nothing to prove, right? We know we're a good team. Let's just be a good team and play structured hockey.
Yep, I agree. Goals will come.
And that's the one thing we know about this crew, right? Like, they've through 12U, and we've seen a lot of these girls throughout their careers, right? There's not a goal scorer per se on this team. Everybody's got to contribute, so just let it come naturally and don't force it. So Bubolz wins this one to Jinx. Jinx will give way to Wilson.
That's
Wilson.
A nice look. There's an example.
We're seeing a clinic here tonight.
It's a good grab.
Yeah, great save by the goalie there. I really liked how the play started in the neutral zone, though, with Jinx with a heads-up look across ice to Wilson.
She knew exactly what she wanted to do with that puck. She's going to walk in, pull it tight here. Bubolz will gather, put it in a dangerous spot, but picked up by the Rangers. That'll be a hustle play to the corner. Jinx holds for the moment. That one's in deep. Wilson will play to Bubolz. Bubolz going to walk through the slot. Good stick save. Mouth guard on the ground, as it was a hard stick check by the goaltender for Forrest Lake. Aboud's going to play this one up the wall. Now it'll be the Rangers catching Wayzata on a change. They'll come through center ice, checked off by Russo, who clears her jersey just so we know whose name is on the back. I'm kidding, of course.
I really like how this Forest Lake team, they seem to have come out of the start to second a little hot. They're battling. They're not going to quit, which is all you can ask for as a coach.
Oh, quick whistle here. Looks like the goaltender kicked that one off its mark at 11:34 in the second.
That may have been intentional, may not have been. Who can blame her if it was? Goalies certainly learn that trick. They know how to get a stoppage when they need one.
Don't know if you were at the game last night, Adam, but we definitely saw the kickoff of the goalie net last night. Didn't happen all game, but when we got to running time in the third and time was starting to wane, the Alexandria goaltender had no shame.
Russo again up front with the number 19 for Forest Lake there.
A little battle emerging there. So that'll find Russo. She'll drive the slot over top deflected. Now Morris will find one that's over and just off the mark. Noble, with nobody covering, will pinch. She'll nifty walk one through. That's a one-time attempt. Missed by Noble, or missed by Russo. Noble will now have to gather this one up. It'll be quarterbacked by Noble and Freed through center ice. Noble will find Sergiu. Sergiu's going to walk in, uncontested, gloved by the Forest Lake goaltender. Picked up now. Freed screaming for it as she comes through the slot. Missed the handle. That'll be off the board. Morris is going to have to apply pressure. That'll be a chase. No icing here. Freed will have to gather. Wayzata will stretch. They've got plenty of chances. Now to be a race with Hendricks. Hendricks will try to drag. She'll hold.
It was great hockey sense by Morris to know that Kate Hendricks was behind her and just try to tip it. Didn't connect, but love to see them thinking like that.
As much as I talk about Noble and Freed playing together for a lot of their career, it's been quite a bit of Hendricks and Morris playing together for a lot of their career. So Fries will wheel on this one, put a shot up into the goaltender. That'll be low, stick down, and gloved by the number 22 Ranger goaltender.
At risk of being showing a little pride in Fries there, I would say what I liked is that so often they come around behind the net and they just try to jam it out front. She went a little wider and took what the defense gave her.
Gave herself some space, took a look.
Yep.
By the way, there's no risk of being a homer on this channel. You can call them like you see them. And even if you see them a little bit slanted, that's okay too. That one comes through. Nice attempt by Kurtz. Hillman will gather that one up. She'll go out, backhand attempt. She's dropped for the effort. This one pops out to center ice, gathered up by Fries. Fries will play to Hendricks. Hendricks harassed. She'll put on the brakes, give herself some space. She's going to get shot just wide of the net. Hillman will pick it up at the half wall. She'll lean, lose a wheel, gathered up and supported by Fries. Fries will find Joseph driving through. That's played into the sweater of number 22 for Forest Lake.
Great pass by Fries, but even better cut by Joseph to see that slot was available.
You know, I love that part of our defense in this game over the course of the season. They definitely want to be part of the offense. This will be won by Buboltz. Gives way to Wilson. Buboltz at the top of the circle. She gets dumped. She'll play back out to the point to Joseph. Joseph will take a peek. Now that one's going to come in just to the right of the blocker for Forest Lake. Joseph will pinch. She can gather. A little bit of a muscle battle here. Buboltz to the top of the circle. She'll put one on net. That's blocked her down. That one, I believe that's Abby Mead with a natural hat trick. She's got all 3 goals in this game.
She must have been on the nice list. Another good rebound for her.
Has been all season. She's worked really hard for it, to be honest with you. She deserves a hat trick in one of these games.
Stick on the ice in front of the net, good things happen. Sometimes it's not that complicated a game. I see a game of Wordle going on here in the stands. Hope that's successful.
Don't spoil it if you're watching from home and done it already. Actually, you might be playing tomorrow's game depending on what coast you're on. Ooh, good gather by Wilson. She'll stretch through, try to play through traffic, put one through the slot. Jinx will attempt, but Russo holds. Morris now on the forecheck. Good muscle play by Morris. She'll get elbowed into the boards. Sergiu will offer support, and she'll gather, dragged. Morris now again. Sergiu's working her spot behind the goal line. Noble's going to hold for the second. That one pops out, a little bit flat-footed. That's going to be deep into the Wayzata zone. Callahan thinks better of the attempt and backs off. Now Aboud's going to gather up ahead of steam. She's fresh off a flight from the morning. She'll give way to Russo. Oh, Russo with a stick check at the very end. Doesn't get a shot on net. Noble will put one in. That one's loose. Morris, that one's bladed off. Just to the right of the goaltender's blocker. Noble now back to the corner. Morris gathers. Finds Freed. Freed with a low attempt. That hits a boot. I got to stop with the boot and just say blade.
Or skate. Skate will work.
Skate works. You know, the guy gets into a rhythm. He finds a noun that he sticks with the whole game. Morris will fire this one into the L of the Forest Lake Rangers goaltender.
Looking at our scorer here, it looks like 38 shots for Wayzata halfway through the game here. So you really, and only 3 goals. So you really have to tip your hat, as we have been, to that Forest Lake goalie. I do, you know, the play from Aboud to Russo there was really nice, patient play by Wayzata. But you got to also tip your hat to the back checker from Forest Lake. Didn't
Just
give up on that play and got the
second.
stick.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, for as good a glove play as we're seeing, that girl's got to play softball, Adam. I've seen enough of it over the course of, I don't know, a lifetime of my daughter's summers. That
what position? Hot corner, you think?
Yeah, definitely a hot corner. She's definitely in the infield somewhere. That one's played through offsides, which is only the second whistle we've had in this game, as far as I'm keeping count.
Second offsides?
Second offsides. Have we had an icing? No icing. 2 offsides.
Yep, both offsides have been this line.
1 net knocked off its mooring.
Yep.
So 3 stops in this game by the booths count. Fraz will gather this one up. She'll play behind to Noble. That one pops out. Whew. Dangerous attempt. It's a 3-on-1. Hillman's going to take a chance and hits the sweater of the maroon and black Forest Lake Ranger goaltender once again. We're going to find out her name before the end of this game because she deserves recognition by first and last name.
No doubt.
Swan
Hendricks.
played through the dot and circle, finds its way to a dangerous spot out front, and Hendricks knows exactly what to do with that one.
Well, it goes to show you, you know, a good goalie can stop, you know, 90-95% of the shots that they're anticipating. All 4 of Wayzata goals have been on loose pucks and quick rips. We'll try to center it there.
That's excellent math by the color guy, Adam, in the booth tonight. That's 4 goals on 40 shots. That's exactly 10% by my math, 90% of all shots. That one's loose. Finds its way out front. Now it's played out. Not going to get icing here, as Callahan will have to play it. She'll give way to Kurtz, who's going to find Hillman. Overplayed by the Rangers. Hillman's going to find a driving Wilson. She'll give way to the bench now. Supported by Buboltz. Wilson finds herself in a snowbank. Uh-oh, now there's trouble. Good recovery by Joseph. Buboltz will gather. She's going to take exactly what they're giving her. It's a 3-on-1. Shot on the side of the net for Buboltz.
Yeah, she was eyeing upper blocker corner, though.
That one comes now to the point
Didn't
now.
miss by much.
Held by a boot. Gives way to Wilson. That finds a skate. Held again. Abood now, Bubolt's at the top of the circle. She takes a look for a minute into the glove of 22.
I don't know that I can recall perfectly, but I think all of our goals have been scored below the knee. And I'm seeing, kids at this age and kids coming up love the high cheddar, right? But I think there's another one. Just the goalie is seeing those high shots. I think keep it down by her feet. She's a tall young woman, and
that one's through. Oh, excellent
nice
stretch for the goaltender of Forest Lake. I think I heard Sophie as a first name. I might start calling her by her first name in a second here. So Jinx will hold this one. It'll be a battle. She's tied up, supported by Morris. Morris picks this one. Now Russo behind the net. She'll take a look, finds her buddy Sergio.
That's an example. I don't want to pick on Sergio, but she's a phenomenal player. But that's an example of trying to shove it in front of the net through some sticks.
Exactly right. That attempt is wide, intimidated by Callanan. This one finds the shin of Morris. A little bit of zone time now for the Rangers. That one pops out, rolling puck gathered by Forest Lake. Offsides, Emily Abood dumps her girl for the effort. She says, I'm back in Minnesota and I'm kind of angry about the flight.
She hasn't been playing angry. She's been playing fast and really jumping into the play. I'd like to see what Wayzata can do, with a good, crisp breakout opportunity. They haven't had too many chances to work on that this game.
Ava Hillman will enter here. That one comes out to the point. Tried to be gloved by Freed. She gives way to Noble. Noble will steer into traffic, but held. She'll put one through the slot. Hendricks will play backhand to Fries. Fries will try to put it right back to Hendricks, who gets stood up on the attempt. 14 for Forest Lake. Stick save to the side by Callanan. Now it'll be Freed. Freed will enter the rush. She can hold here. She's going to take one top of the circle, block her down in front by the goaltender for Forest Lake. So one thing about this goaltender, as good as she's been, she will leave some rebounds out for him, which oddly enough, that's 4 goals on rebounds that she hasn't been able to corral up or glove in this game.
I'd like to see some pass off the pads kind of shots from Wayzata.
That one's held by Mead. Thought Mead was going to get number 4 in this game. Backhand attempt from the top of the circle by Kurtz. Didn't get a whistle, but frozen. Must have a frozen whistle. It's been a long day of games.
Yeah. I think the ref over here on the blue line's laughing about it. Mead again looking for number 4.
Got to be careful with that. You still got to play structured hockey, right? So Joseph will recover this one. Buboltz will play around the board over to Kurtz. Kurtz up to Wilson. She misses the handle. That finds a snowbank, though. Slowed down. Joseph now behind her net. She'll pause for the moment. Up the board. Gather again. Now she'll find Wilson, who will clear. Wilson crosses the blue line. Sticked away by the defender for Forest Lake. Mead's going to pick this one up now. She'll hold for the line change. And it's 45 seconds and counting. Russo now out front. Attempt up high. Blocked down by the big goaltender for the Rangers.
There's an example of a forward. Russo's a center, obviously, but taking it a little away from the net to have some space to elevate the puck, and she almost had it there.
Jinx will gather this one at neutral ice. She'll give herself a little bit of space. Now she can walk in. She finds Russo. Russo into the mask. Neck guard, I believe, was the sound. on that attempt.
It's either the mask or she's got a flak jacket on. She might need it tonight.
Russo's going to get this one. 2 seconds. That's a quick shot off the mark and over the top of the net. At the end of 2, Wayzata Trojans up 4-0 over the Forest Lake Rangers. Shots on net 48-3 by our statistician Jeff Hillman tonight. We're not going to get a Zamboni,
on the ice. Nope.
which is great because I got to go to the bathroom anyway.
Well,
Fine.
I thought you were going to say I got to go to bed.
I do. Well,
It's 9:45.
we're getting close to the witching hour. We'll catch Saturday Night Live when we get home. Probably a rerun.
I'm going to bed. After, of course, I review this video for my performance.
Well, I'll listen to most of it on the way home as I do.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Forest Lake bench. I mean, I really appreciate that they continue to battle. It's been a clean game. There's been no penalties, no chippiness. It must be very frustrating to play a game like this, clearly outmatched. I would like to see, you know, a couple of their girls and their coaches put their arm around their goalie and just say, "We love you. Hang in there.
Just thank you.
You're standing on your head for us. We're doing the best we can." And I haven't really seen any communication with that goalie. So, you know, just focusing on it, what I would be doing is if I were a coach, you got to try to learn from every situation. And certainly they're talking about things they might want to do, but I think the learning here is to bond as a team and then how important the goalie is.
And I
for
think
any team.
as you're saying it, we just saw paper, rock, scissors from 2 right-handed defensemen trying to decide who's playing which side. So the joy isn't lost. This will be Wayzata taking possession.
That begs the question, of course. What whether they're Seinfeld fans and, you know, the Seinfeld episode where nothing beats rock.
Good old Rock.
Yep.
So this is played cross ice to Mead. Mead's going to play to herself. She'll win the race. Is this going to be number 4? No, it's not. Denied by first name Sophie, 22 Rangers, black jersey, maroon trim.
And that's the first time she's really had to leave the crease to challenge a shooter.
This will be stretched. Now Noble sees that she's got plenty of ice to work with. She'll come across center ice. Not going to get a trip as she trips over the red line, to be quite honest with you. Freed now.
Sometimes when you get that open space and those big eyes, you kind of lose track of your feet.
Russo will find Morris. Morris denied. Sniffed out by, again, Sophie, number 22, Forest Lake. Now Freed out front. Low shot. Finds a hip. Deflected away up over the top of the net by the goaltender. Freed, again, deflected. Oh, my God.
So this goalie is really good with her blocker side high shots, and that's really unusual. A lot of goalies are good with their glove hand, better with their glove hand. She seems really comfortable wherever the puck is going.
This one's one out to the point. Freed's going to put another one through. Can't get a deflection. Played out to the point. Now that'll catch center ice. Gathered by Freed. Freed will break. Give way to Morris. I don't think that got a stick, but it did. Either way, Morris wins the race. She'll put the brakes on at the red line. Give way. Russo through on a quick shot. Anticipated. And steered. This one comes out to the point. Free to walk the line. She'll put one low through traffic.
Nice tip by
Good
Sergio.
Lord.
Yep.
That one finds its way into the slot, played to the corner by Forest Lake. Sergio's going to pick this one up. She's going to have to hold solo for a second while there's a full line change happening behind her. She can because she's big and strong. She finds herself now to Joseph, top of the circle, deflection, dumped. There's one thing Forest Lake is really good at is cross-checking and putting girls down in front of their goaltender. Let her have a good look at every shot.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Julie liked that one.
Yeah, Julie did like that. I don't mind that kind of play. You know, you can't expect, if you're Wayzata, you can't expect them to just roll over and let you pepper their goalie. We already have 54 shots here. And, you know, if you're Forest Lake coach, you want to see your kids have some pride in not being pushed around.
You know what? Protect the best player on your team, right? Like, that's part of the deal. I don't blame them.
There's another high shot by Fries. I mean, she got a lot of wood on it, or I guess you'd say fiberglass or whatever, composite, but right into the glove. Low, 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 and crash, crash, crash.
You know what? I'm going to try to zoom in on this one, just to give the full effect here. I realized. So that's Hendricks. Oh, we're going to get our first penalty of this game. I think that's a little ticky-tacky at this point, but, you know, it is what it is. So Wayzata will get a chance at their first power play with 10:51 in the third period of this hockey game.
Yeah, and I saw about 4 girls on the Wayzata bench trying to hop over and execute a self-line change, hoping for the PP experience with an outclassed team here. But let's see what this unit can do.
Well, it's a good opportunity, honestly, Adam. We've seen a 1 PP for most of the season. Now Hendricks line going to get a chance at it. Oh, that's a nice attempt here. Just wide by Fries. Hendricks and I'll gather that one up. She's going to get chased. Okay, structure up Forest Lake. Play it out to the point to Joseph. Joseph will give way to Kurtz. Kurtz will put one through. That's in the mix. For the moment, finds the back of the net. Good. Again, another dirty one.
Yep.
For your Wayzata Trojans, up 5-0 in this Dangle Fest affair, round 1. True bracket play tournament, Adam.
Yeah, you don't see that as often anymore, and honestly, the parents like to complain. If any of you all out there are listening, I've heard many complaints over the years. On the other hand, pool play can sometimes to fill out a big bracket like this, you get some imbalance like we're seeing tonight. And it's nice to win the game, of course, but I'm not sure our girls have been too tested. There's an offsides. But, you know, as they say, you can only play the people on the schedule in front of you.
Game that's in front of you, absolutely.
Yep.
We see plenty of pool play tournaments throughout the course of a season, and we all know. So that's a fake attempt by Abood, finds Mead. Mead's going to drag through it. Excellent stick save by Sophie. I'm not even going to call her goaltender. I'm not going to call her 22. I just know first name Sophie, and that's what we're going to go with for the rest of the game.
I think, you know, thinking ahead, we got 9 minutes left. We're in running time, which is good because we're approaching bedtime. I think I'd like to see the Wayzata, you know, our young women or girls, whatever term you prefer, show a high degree of sportsmanship over the years. I'd like to see that a couple of them go out of their way to congratulate Sophie on a really hard-fought game, because she has been a real standout and battling, and that's the spirit of hockey that we like to see.
So now Abood's going to enter with speed. She'll take a half slapper into the glove of Sophie. You know, we're talking about the late night. I've got a junior at home, and the only interruptions that I can get during these game plays are texts from the family. And a 16-year-old kid. Good night, everybody. I've had enough. That's how late we're rolling tonight. So for those of you listening, grandpas and grandma, I know you all like to stay up late and watch these girls. Thank you for tuning in. The girls will never say it enough. We appreciate it.
Well, you know, as my parents I think the grandparents might be often up later than the parents. My parents like to say to me, "We didn't invent this stuff." Staying up late and partying and the things that that we like to do. So, for all we know, they're at a bar watching with a crowd of 100 people somewhere in South Florida.
Adam, am I to understand you attended your first safety meeting? One of your first safety meetings ever? This, oh my God.
So, just another phenomenal glove save. I'm going to talk to Russo after the game, though, about shooting low blocker side, because you got to be watching what's going on in the game, and we'd have a couple more if we were able to do that. The answer to your question is yes. It was, I think, my first, certainly one of the first safety meetings I ever attended.
So tell me about the experience.
Well,
positive, negative, neutral.
Oh, it was a great experience. I always love hanging out with the parents. To be honest, on a Tuesday night, it's hard for me to muster the energy to have a beer, with work looming the next day. But late Saturday night, Invictus Brewery was hopping, and it was a good conversation. We talked about the politics of Canada. This is a bunch of American dudes who know nothing about Canada other than that it's north of Minnesota.
And Shane wasn't even here to defend himself.
No.
Hopefully, Grandma and Grandpa Joseph are listening, and they'll type in their letter to the editor after this one. So Fries will play that one into the skates of the official. Hillman to the side of the net. She's going to possess. 6 minutes, I should say, and counting here in the third. We're running time up 5-0 for your Trojans. Fries will gather this one up. Joseph will attempt for the moment. Now it'll come out to Joseph. She'll walk in. She'll thread the needle up into the netting. We're going to get a face-off to the left of Sophie, goaltender, Forest Lake, 22.
That was a great shot by Joseph. Back to the safety meetings for 1 minute. We had friends from out of town this weekend, and it's not the first time that we've shown them a little bit about the hockey experience, and I think we take it for granted, but it's a really great, community. You come to a rink, you see people you see people from other associations that and I think Minnesota is really unique to have it. So safety meetings are a good part of that too. What a pass.
Great drive by Joseph. Those two have been playing together for a while as well, Joseph and Hendricks. Joseph coming through the top of the circle, sniffed it out immediately. She was going to have an able hold here, and Hendricks can't quite get to the line. Both of them know it.
They look like they're practicing their tango after it. They're hugging over the offsides and blending into a dance.
I believe they call that ice dancing. Ice dancing, something we would not be familiar with these rough, tough, sweaty ladies. Aboud's going to pick this one up behind her goaltender, Callanan. Haven't had to call the Callanan name much this night. That'll play off of a Forest Lake Ranger. Buboltz will gather that one up. She'll try to go with speed. She's going to go to the corner. Quick shot low, hits a post. Mead now will pinch. I like to see Jinx backing out of that one. Good structure. She didn't need to pinch as she had a teammate there. This will be a race. It'll be Jinx and 93. Nielsen for Forest Lake drives that one wide. There's a shot on net by the Rangers. It had to be played. Now Mead's going to enter. Rolling puck, sticked and covered by Sophie, goaltender, Forest Lake.
Yeah, Mead was, this is the dangle fest, and that was an attempt to really dangle there. Almost had it.
Russo calling out a play here. She's going to try to win backwards. Not a regular play for Russo to win backwards. She really likes taking that right circle face-off win forward.
She's a hard charger, just like her old man.
Freed now. Morris. Suraju. Suraju's got a couple pounds on the defenseman there. She has no problem defending. Freed's going to rush this one in. Comes out through neutral ice, gathered by Noble. Noble play up the board. Suraju across the red line. Mishandled. That one will be played in. It's on net, so Callahan's going to have to play it.
You got to appreciate the Forest Lake fans. They knew they almost had a 2-on-1 there, and
oh Lord!
a lot of contact with the goaltender there.
This line has had so many attempts tonight and hasn't been able to bury one. Would like to see them just rewarded at the moment, but not to be seen for Forest Lake. 2 minutes and counting in the third here.
I don't know if I've ever seen a goaltending performance in youth hockey quite like this.
Our very, very official statistician, Jeff Hillman, has shots at 66-5.
Oh, nice shot by Joseph there.
Fry's gathered that one up. She almost had a nice deflection in for the goal. Hillman's going to play this one now. She'll try to stuff low. She's getting cross-checked on the neck for the effort. Now it's a pile up. She gets up. Joseph's going to gather at the blue line. Played out front. Fries over to Kurtz. Kurtz is going to pull one low. That one's loose. Hendricks from the knee. Couldn't find the back of the net. Now, deflection out front. Joseph's shot. Things are getting wild here. That one, Fries, top cheddar, bar down. All of the good things, hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, up where Grandma keeps the s'mores.
Ooh,
But Hillman made that play by getting that puck out front from behind the net. And I see the players telling the coaches they want to stay out. I think the coaches with 30 seconds left are going to reward them for that goal and that effort.
Booth's going to give this one to Fries. Fries will look cross ice to Hillman. Hillman's got Hendricks driving. Missed the attempt. That'll be another shot on the side of the net. Foot on the gas. End of the game. Wayzata wins 6-0. So on a Saturday night, wrap up at 10:05. It's a little earlier than we thought we were going to get out of here.
Well,
That's
I thought
okay.
they were going to do the ice. I thought wouldn't be home until about 11:15. So
it's all right. We will be home at about 11:15 probably.
Yeah.
You know these girls are going to drag their feet because they don't play until 2:30 tomorrow afternoon.
yeah, and that should. Who, I haven't looked ahead on the bracket out of superstition, but who do you think we have?
Couldn't even guess.
Okay.
Couldn't even guess. Great game by both teams. Great effort. Good sportsmanship here. I got to believe we're going to see the thank you center ice from your Wayzata Trojans as we've come to see tradition here. But we'll see everybody tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Adam, anything to close us out?
Nope. Go Trojans. Good game, but we're going to face some stiffer competition to be sure. So we should put this one behind us and get a good night's sleep and hope they're ready to play tomorrow. So good night.